Imagine for a second that one of the most iconic dynasties in NBA history could be about to make the boldest decision of all, trading away a franchise legend to chase down a generational superstar. What if I told you the Warriors might actually be contemplating trading Draymond Green as part of a blockbuster package to land Giannis Antetokounmpo before Thursday's trade deadline? That's not speculation anymore. That's reality, according to multiple league sources, reporting that Draymond's name has been actively involved in trade talks as Golden State pushes hard for Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Bucks.
What's the state of this team less than 48 hours before the deadline, Slater?
Yeah, on the ground is the injury issues, which you mentioned. It's actually Seth Curry dealing with the sciatica. Steph Curry's dealing with the runner's knee, a kind of persistent issue that they're trying to manage. And that's, giving them trouble trying to win in the moment. But we all know hovering over them is much more important, bigger picture questions. There's a general unease because they know, the players know this team is chasing after Giannis Antetokounmpo. And if you're chasing after a big fish like the Warriors are, that either means you have to trade Jimmy Butler or Draymond Green just from salary matching purposes. And the reality is Draymond Green in this current market is a more maneuverable contract. And, a 27.6 team option next season. He's playing, he's available, unlike Jimmy Butler, obviously, who's rehabbing an ACL tear. So, Draymond Green, he means so much to this franchise. But as they try to rearrange the roster and puzzle piece stuff together and get in the Giannis market, the big fish market, the reality is Draymond Green has to come up in those conversations.
Yeah.
For the first time in his 14-season Warriors career, Draymond, a four-time NBA champion and the emotional heart of this franchise, is really being discussed in trade contexts. General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. and owner Joe Lacob have reportedly made no secret that their priority is landing Giannis, and salary matching rules make Green's contract one of the key assets in any serious offer to Milwaukee. Because Jimmy Butler is injured and his massive contract is hard to match, Green, alongside young stars like Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski and multiple future first-round draft picks, could be the difference maker in a deal. Coach Steve Kerr has openly discussed the situation, even speaking directly with Green about his uncertain future, a moment that highlights just how serious and real this whole scenario has become. Kerr admitted it's the first time he's ever seen Green's name surface like this in trade talks, a rare and emotional moment for a coach and player who have shared so many championships together. And Draymond himself? He's shown the resilience and perspective that has defined his career. Instead of lashing out, he's acknowledged that a trade could happen and said he would respect the organization's decision if it's what's best for the Warriors. A true veteran understanding the business side of the NBA, even as fans recoil at the thought of losing him. Now let's break down why this matters for the Warriors' future. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a two-time MVP, an absolute force on both ends of the floor, and someone whose rare combination of strength, athleticism, and skill could immediately catapult Golden State back into title contention. The Warriors have quietly positioned themselves as one of the most aggressive suitors for Giannis, and league insiders believe their offer is one of the most straightforward and compelling on the table, especially when combined with draft capital and the established Warriors culture that Curry and Kerr have built. Of course, there are challenges. Some reports suggest Giannis remains hesitant about a move to Golden State, wary of legacy comparisons and past superstar situations. But the fact that Golden State is even in this conversation, seriously and strategically, tells you where the front office's mindset is. Win now while Curry's window is still open. So, Warriors Nation, here's the real question. Are you ready for this kind of shakeup? Trading away an all-time Warrior like Draymond would be emotional, historic, and controversial, but landing Giannis could be a championship-defining moment that changes everything for this franchise. Comment below with your thoughts on whether you'd make this move. Hit that like button if you're excited by the possibility, And be sure to subscribe to Golden State Warriors News Channel for non-stop deadline coverage as this incredible story unfolds.